With the Rotary in London District Clay Shooting Competition in September, I have arranged lessons at the National Shooting Centre at Bisley with David Dale, the current English Open clay shooting champion and Coach of the Year.
Just to give you a recap on what we did last time, the gun is always carried open when we're moving around the range. We only close it when we're on the shooting position ready to fire. Okay? And as soon as you've taken your shot, you then open the gun up and make it safe. If you've got any sort of a problem, just open the gun up straight away. Okay, so we'll try shooting a few targets now.
Okay.
So remember the stance. The stance is 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock with the feet for a right-hander, just like that. That's excellent. Gun around to that position. Remember, when we close it, we're keeping the finger off the woodwork, so we'll just bring the gun up into the shoulder. It's not loaded, just so we can practice holding it. So head on the gun. Keep both eyes open. That's nice, looking straight down the barrel. Now all I'd like you to do is just try pointing at the top of the tree. Think about
Each lesson we tried different shooting techniques. It was great to see that I'm improving.
Come back to your whole position, about there. Okay, it's all yours. Take it.
Pull.
Very nice. That was a very perfect shot. Really nice.
Pull.
Bit steady, keep your eye on it. Just wobbling a little bit.
Pull.
Here he comes, lock on, now. That's it, right in the centre of that one. And that was perfect. Come back inside, have a rest.
Okay.
Very good.
So Dave, what's the best way to get involved with clay shooting?
Well, there's several ways really. You can search out a local club. They're often very amenable, and you can join a club, and then they'll often have a resident instructor who will take you through the basic steps, and then the club will look after you from that point. Or you can come to somewhere like this, which is a big corporate-run shooting ground. So we're running all the time. If you pay for a lesson at a shooting grounds, then you get a full hour's lesson for that price. So that's a very good way to get into it, and it's very important to get some good lessons to start off. Getting that right start will give you a terrific boost into this sport.
When we've been sort of shooting today, you've been giving me a huge amount of information and tips. But what would you say for somebody like me that's new to the sport is a good thing to focus on in the way of following or the trajectory or when to fire?
Well, really, the sort of the mantra that we always say is head on the gun, eye on the target. If your head comes off the gun, you won't hit anything.
Right.
If your eye comes off the target, you won't hit the target. Our next target is going out of the box in front of us, going straight away from us. So it's not crossing our path at all, it's going straight away, just a going away target.
And is this harder? It looks a bit harder with
it is harder in some respects. We don't have to think about shooting in front of the target at all, so you haven't got that aspect, but you've got far less time. Go for it.
Pull.
That wasn't bad at all. You certainly covered it. If anything, you actually covered it too much. It was a bit high. The shoulder there, that's good. Okay. Right, that's perfect. You go for it. Straight at him.
Pull.
That wasn't bad. Slow down a little bit. You're almost so fast you can't give yourself a chance to get the accuracy.
Pull.
There you go. Yeah.
Pull.
Here he comes. Perfect.
And the sport doesn't stop people with disabilities or even MS. Everyone can get involved with this sport.
No, that's really the beauty of shooting, and that goes for all shooting sports, not just the shotgun we're doing here, the rifle and pistol as well.
And what about the girls then? Are there many shooting, many female shooting?
I would say female shooters, probably 10%.
Right.
Really, we always like to get a few more involved, but it is a little bit male dominated.
And do you have to have like a license or anything to do this?
To own a shotgun, you do have to have a shotgun license, which you would apply to the police, and as long as you haven't got a criminal record, that shouldn't be a problem.
I'm training to compete for the Rotary Club of London here, David.
Yes.
But
really,
is that achievable to be a team member within a few months?
Yes. All we're really looking for you to do is to go out there and do it safely.
So do I need to do a bit more practice before the competition?
As much practice as possible is always a good thing.
Okay.
Really, as much as you can get down here and do.
Thanks to David's excellent tuition, I can now compete for the Rotary Club of London and raise awareness for people with MS that shooting is definitely a sport you can participate in at the highest level. Pull!
Yo, absolutely splattered that one right in the centre. That was a very nice one. Excellent.